Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. So today what I want to talk about is the New York Giants and what happened if we selected Josh Allen last year. I was like, is that the right name? Yes, it is Josh Allen. I was watching him on tape right next to Yannick Ngakoue, and it brought something to my attention. I'm like, Josh Allen is probably a little bit better than Yannick Ngakoue. He doesn't really do contain that well. He has some things that he needs to button up, but he has a great outside move. He can bend around the edge. He's a good inside counter, and I think that Josh Allen would have been a good piece for our defense. So let's talk through it. Let's talk through if we drafted Josh Allen last year. Now, there's so many dominoes that could have fallen. Maybe you don't draft Dexter Lawrence at number 17. Maybe we go get an offensive lineman, Andre Dillard. Maybe we would have gotten Daniel Jones, but I don't think it would have fallen that far. Maybe we would have gotten Drew Lock to replace Daniel Jones. But in this scenario, let's just say that we kept all the same draft picks for the sake of continuity here. I mean, we can go through 50 rabbit holes, and definitely do let me know what do you think the Giants would have done based on their opinions. But that we would have still gotten DeAndre Baker, probably instead of O'Shane Ximines. We might take in like an offensive lineman prospect that's, going to be average or whatever. Maybe taking a backup running back or a wide receiver or something like that. That would be good for depth. But the Giants, we might have taken just Julian Love at that point. But the Giants are at a point right now where you have an aging Eli Manning who would have went 4-12. Maybe even 3-13. So let's just say we're still in that number 4 overall position. And at this state, we'd have no quarterback because Eli Manning retired. He may have wanted to play an extra year. So let's just say he wanted to play next year. So we'd have been in the same position as we were last year. And you have Justin Herbert, Tua, and there would be teams that looking to jump us. And that would have been superstitious for the Giants. We would have had to trade so much to trade up to that number 3 overall pick, and we would have missed out on this draft class with amazing offensive tackles and potentially get our left tackle for the future. And it wouldn't have been pretty for Eli Manning. Justin Herbert, it would have been the same situation with Daniel Jones. And let's compare Daniel Jones and Justin Herbert. Who's better? So, as far as physical traits, Justin Herbert's better. You look at his combine stats, I think he had a 4.64, 4.61 40. He's faster than Daniel Jones, around like a 4.81. I think he jumped a little higher. He has a better physical traits, but I don't think he would have quite fit into New York. Obviously, Daniel Jones had that connection to Cutcliffe and that whole learning the offense. So I think Daniel Jones is going to progress better in the NFL. I think that, he's buttoned up throughout the year. Obviously, he still fumbled, but there's some couple times against Green Bay where it's just like he kept 2 hands on the ball strong, and he's going to learn better with zone defense. You take a look at Patrick Mahomes, just learned how to read defenses, and he has Andy Reid. So, I don't think that'll be that much of a problem for Daniel Jones. He obviously needs to improve. If he was the best quarterback of all time in the first year, I'd be very concerned. I was like, well, what is this guy from Mars? I'd be concerned of like a takeover of the planet. I don't know, but you take a look at the Justin Herbert. He would have been our quarterback this year. We could have tested free agency if Eli Manning decided to hang up the cleats now. I think Eli Manning would have stayed, but Tom Brady could have been an interesting choice. We brought in Joe Judge. I think that, Pat Shurmur may or may not have been fired. Dave Gettleman may or may not have been fired. So let's just say Pat Shurmur was fired. We have a new head coach. We would have brought in maybe Tom Brady because his wife doesn't like the West Coast feel. She's more of an East Coast gal. His family or whatever. I know New York City and the bright lights, but she wants to stay on the East Coast, and that's what made her choose, made Tom Brady choose Tampa a little bit more. It's a little bit more local. They could go back and forth, maybe get, a condo, whatever, Derek Jeter's house. But Tom Brady would have been useful. We could have gotten an offensive coordinator or a coach for Tom Brady. Joe Judge still would have been in the conversation to get him. Offensive coordinator, we could have had the last couple years of Tom Brady. We also could have brought in Jacoby Brissett. We brought in quarterback coach Ron Staplinski, so that could have been a guy. Maybe, I know a lot of Giants fans talking about that last year, bringing a guy to be a bridge quarterback. Maybe even Bridgewater as a backup guy. Jameis Winston, Cam Newton were free agents as well. I think that wouldn't have been a good look. A guy with all these personalities to replace Eli Manning. That wouldn't have been good. Phillip Rivers would have been very interesting. Maybe a Nick Foles. We could have gotten a 4th rounder, but I think that he was more tied to the Bears, and he would have been more comfortable there still. And then Derek Carr, Deshaun Watson, like those big trades. Like, come on. Andy Dalton. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened. So we would have probably been stuck with Eli Manning in his 17th year or so, 18th year. We would have a QB plan, but we would have had to trade up all the way to number 2, and we wouldn't have gotten our left tackle of the future. So honestly, I think we're almost better off in this situation that we have right now with Daniel Jones. We can get his left tackle. We're going to choose between the best left tackle in this draft, like we did the best cornerback in last draft. We saw what happened then, but I believe Dave Gettleman's going to choose the right guy, a.k.a. please not Tristan Wirfs, please not Tristan Wirfs, please not Tristan Wirfs, please not Tristan Wirfs. Okay, that's a topic for a different video. I don't hate him, but like Andrew Thomas and Jedrick Wills are way better, but yeah, the Giants would have been kind of confused managerially. Dave Gettleman would have been fired because he's like, oh, yeah, you can't win with Eli Manning. We would have brought in a new GM who probably isn't good at scouting. Maybe brought in the wrong guy. Maybe overthought it. Maybe even brought in Tua. So there's a lot of things that could have happened. Honestly, in the situation that we have now, I'm happy. I'm content. We have our quarterback of the future, and we have less worry about the Giants messing it up and selecting Jordan Love or doing something weird like that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think what the Giants would have done. Would we have let Eli Manning retire, cut him or something like that, and then brought in like a Tom Brady? Or do you think we would have still had the Eli Manning, Daniel Jones like feel, but just with a different quarterback? Or do you think, you know what, we would have just brought in Justin Herbert and that would have been it? But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think. And let me know who you guys want to draft this year on defense. Do you think the defenses were better? Anyway, I'm going to stop questioning stuff. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.